Hello friends, welcome to the physics class of class 9 chapter motion. Today we are going to study about the motion. So friends, firstly we have to deal with what is physics. Physics is the study of the matter of constituents and the speed and the force of that objects. Like for example, you can answer the following questions like if an object is moving, then what it is? If an object is moving, then what it is? If there is an object, right now this is not moving, but if a speed, an engine, a car is moving, then how it is and what we will say that if it is moving. Second, if an object is not moving, then what it is? If an object is not moving, that is, if an object is at rest, then what are the things of physics, what are the things of science, and what are the terms we use to identify this all? And if an object is moving, then how it can move? Why it is moving? What is the reason behind that something is granting him to move? What are the terms used for this system, and what are the terms, what are the studies, this all are used in this system. So firstly we have to deal with the some important terms of physics that are the basics of chapter motion. In this chapter, along with motion, you will study many terms, and from that we will also study the laws of motion given by Sir Isaac Newton. So firstly we are going to study what is force. Like firstly see what is the need of study force. If this board is still, this board is at rest, then why it is not moving? Because the resultant force, like if an example of this board, like this is board in this wall, then why it is not moving? Why this board is at rest? This board is at rest because all the resultant force, like from all the directions, the atmosphere is pushing it or pulling it with a force, but it is not moving anywhere. It is at rest. Why this board is at rest? This board is at rest because of the resultant force. The resultant force is zero. Now, you guys will worry that what it is. What is the resultant force? What is the net force? What is the atmospheric force? Okay, so don't worry. We are going to study this all in this chapter, and this is a very interesting chapter about the world, about the environment, and about the rest and the objects that move. So, force. It is a push or pull of an object that produces an acceleration in the body. Read. It is a push or pull. What is push? Like if I am pulling it. If I am pulling it, then it is a pull. If I am exerting the force in this direction, then it is push. Or I am taking in this direction, then it is pull. So when we push or pull to an object, that produces an acceleration. What is acceleration? Like there is a body. There is a body. So, and this is A, this is A dash. Okay, the body from A came to position A dash. So how it came? It can be come in 1 second, it can come in 2 seconds, or it can come in 10 seconds. So there's a speed. There's a speed from 0 to a x. If I am letting that from 0 to x kilometer per hour or per minute, it moved. So what it is? It accelerated from 0. The change of speed is known as acceleration. Like speed changed from 0 to x. We let it get x. Okay. So from 0 to x. So what is this? This all is acceleration. We will study acceleration in deep in the next point. Okay. So it is a push or pull of an object that produces an acceleration in the body. Anything, any phenomena which produces the acceleration from push or pull is known as force, on which it acts. SI unit of force is Newton. How we can measure this quantity? This is Newton. Okay. And it is a vector quantity. What is a vector quantity? So here we will study two quantities, scalar quantity and vector quantity. What is a scalar quantity? It has magnitude but no particular direction is described as scalar. Like if an object or if a physics of term is doing something and that has only and only magnitude, that is no direction, then will it be scalar quantity. Like time, we will say that today is, right now time is 8 o'clock, right now time is 9 o'clock. Then we are using only and only the term 8 o'clock. That is only and only the value of that particular phenomena or that particular magnitude. So there is no direction. We will not say that 8 o'clock east. We will not say 8 o'clock west. Okay. So what is this? This is the scalar quantity. And if we are saying that that car is moved 8 km towards east, then what it is? Then we are using the magnitude along with the direction. So when we use only magnitude, then the quantity is a scalar quantity like distance, speed, time. We never use direction to denote this all. And if a quantity is vector quantity, that is we are using magnitude along with direction, then that quantity will be a vector quantity, like it has magnitude and acts in a position, and direction is described as vector. What are the examples? Velocity, the car has moved from 8 km/h towards east. Force, 8 Newton force applied towards south, towards bottom. Weight, okay, etc. So now we are going to study, we have studied force, okay. What can a force do? If I am forcing something, pushing something, or pulling something, or according to this statement I am producing something which has accelerated the body towards its acts, then what it can affect, what it can do? So it can do only and only three types. According to Isaac Newton's theory, effects of force can only do three things. What are they? A force can change the speed of the body. If an object is at rest, and I will throw it, I will push it, or I will pull it, then what it will be happen? It will change the speed of the body. There is an object A is at rest, and there is an object A dash, that is the same object. I applied force to this body, then from there it came here. So what it is? It done motion, that is, it changes the speed of the body. Second, direction of the motion of body. Like if a car A was moving towards this direction, then I applied force from this direction so that the car was moving here, then car moved here. Then the change of the speed, the direction of the speed got inclined, the direction of the car got inclined. So what it does, when I applied the force in the multiple direction, then from this direction it came to this direction. What is the? So the force can change the direction of the body too. It can change the shape of the body. Like if there is an object and I applied a lot of force, then that object got compressed. This object was A and this object was A dash initially. This is first stage, this is second stage. Okay. So this can move. So what we studied? We studied that if an object is at rest, then it has rest because there is no force, or the resultant force applied by the atmosphere and by the surroundings are zero. And if an object is moving, if an object is at rest, or if an object is got accelerated, then it can be applied by the theory of Isaac Newton that effects of force can only do three things. It can change the speed of the body, it can change the direction of the motion of body, and it can change the speed of the body. And the SI unit of force is Newton, and it is a vector quantity. And what are the vector and scalar quantities? Scalar quantities are those quantities which have only magnitude, and vector quantities are those quantities which have only magnitude as per direction. Thanks friends, and we will study the next topic in the next video. Thank you very much.